Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast as sex-free as the Marvel franchise is. I'm Dan O'Keefe, and joining me as always is Anna Otto. Anna, how are you?
How can it be sex-free but also have all those titties out all the time? I'm okay, Dan. Like I told you.
What, hold up. Wait 1 second. I was saying that we are as sex-free as Marvel is.
Oh, yeah, that's
we
true.
don't, I mean, do I wish that I had my titties out while we were recording all the time? Yes, but I'm afraid of my nipples.
That's fair. I understand.
Also, do they have their titties out all the time?
Elizabeth
I don't
Olsen
think so.
had her titties out in this film.
In this one, she did,
I
yes.
noticed.
And Joss Whedon was really staring.
Ew. Please don't. Nobody objectify my girl Elizabeth, please. I said something that made me really sad, and it was, Elizabeth Olsen is so gorgeous, and she's definitely what the Olsen twins would have looked like if they had never faced hardship and drugs.
Oh, that is really sad.
Yeah. Am I wrong?
She's also, you're not wrong. Also, she's so gorgeous and looks so weird in this movie. What's going on with her
the whole time?
What's going on with her face makeup? Like they got rid of her eyebrows or something.
Oh, I don't know. I thought she was hot the whole time. I think she's gorgeous. I have a crush on her.
Maybe you just love people without eyebrows.
That respectfully, that is not correct. We were talking about eyebrows at my work today too. What is up with eyebrows today?
Because eyebrows are the hot new thing.
Apparently.
Soon, OnlyFans just for eyebrows, only brows.
No. We were talking about somebody I work with went on a date with someone who had their eyebrows microbladed, and we were talking about whether or not that hurt. Anyway.
Microbladed as in like the sewing thing?
Like
that they
tattooed,
do?
yeah. No, like
the tattoo.
tattooed.
Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking of threading where they take the floss?
Yes.
Yeah. I've had that done. It's okay.
Yeah, microblading, man, you really have to trust that your eyebrows are going to stay in style.
It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. I'm just gonna take my little makeup brush and paint them on like I do every day.
I have a tiny little eyebrow pencil that I use whenever I need to get photos taken because I have blonde eyebrows, so they disappear in the sun and in photographs.
I literally love that. And I love that now I'm gonna go look at your wedding save the date and know that your eyebrows are drawn on.
I need to double check that, but I think you're right.
I love that. I love that energy.
Yeah, my eyebrows are, though, I mean, you could still barely see it because the end of, like, the short little bit by my nose, that's regular eyebrow. And then the end, it's blonde, and it's like,
oh,
I'm being punished.
I get it. You got to color that in. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you can barely tell. Also, in most of the pictures on our wedding website, I'm looking off to the right.
You're giving that jawline.
That's I am giving that jawline.
Give the jawline.
I'm giving it. We're a movie podcast. We talk about movies.
We do, but we always have to get our little ramble out first.
Yeah, absolutely. We have many more opinions on our ramble than we do in our movies. Anyway, how are you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Somebody tried to rob us today. They didn't get in.
Cool.
So I was literally anxious today. But, I've since calmed down a little bit. It did help that I ate dinner at one point.
I assume at dinner time?
Yeah. We have burgers.
Yeah.
How about you, Dan?
I'm good. I'm currently 7 out of 10 movies down for seeing all the Best Picture nominees.
Ooh. What are you missing?
I am missing All Quiet on the Western Front, Triangle of Sadness, and somehow Top Gun.
Oh, I never saw the new Top Gun either, but I heard there's some nice mustaches in it.
I did too. I did watch yesterday Women Talking. I have a 3-word review. Women be talking.
Women be talking. God.
It was good.
I don't know.
I don't think I connect with it as much because I don't have the lived experience that the women that be talking do.
That's okay.
But there was some weird unreality things going on with it that kind of took me out of it. But anyway, other than that, I'm good. I'm tired.
That's
Still
good.
marathon training.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I ran 19 and a half miles on Sunday.
How are your nipples and your toes?
My nipples are fine. My toes are fine.
Wow. Okay, I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm still scared of my nipples, though, but that's a whole separate conversation.
Just put on a sports bra. Wear your singlet.
I should wear my singlet. I have multiple, but they all have the bike thing. I'd be running looking like I'm wearing a diaper.
I mean,
Don't give me ideas.
sacrifice fashion for comfort, Dan.
That's what I do in life.
Mm-hmm.
I sacrifice everything for comfort.
That's fair. I mean, I am literally wearing orange sweatpants and an oversized sweatshirt right now to record this. I came home from work and immediately ripped my work clothes off to put these on. So,
For me, coming home from work is walking into the other room.
yeah, I know. I kind of envy you for that sometimes. I don't love working at home, but I do miss my couch sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good. I also miss my couch too, because Anna works from home and she works on the couch.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm in the office staring at her desk while she's
Not
on
her
the
desk.
couch.
Not her desk.
Yeah. She's got a standing desk with a whole computer monitor and everything in here. And then she works on the couch.
Yeah. I want a standing desk for my work desk so bad.
Do it.
Yeah, I think I might.
Again, we're a movie podcast.
Why don't we talk about our movie?
Okay. The movie we're talking about today is Avengers Age of Ultron, the second Avengers film, the 12th MCU movie, the second to last movie in phase 2.
I forgot that it was not the last one until Gage reminded me because we saw Ant-Man this past week.
Yes. So, written and directed by Joss Whedon, for better or for worse, starring
Poo-poo head.
Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Don Cheadle, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, not Elizabeth Olsen's eyebrows, Paul Bettany, Kobe Smulders, Anthony Mackie briefly, Haley Atwell, Idris Elba, briefly Linda Cardellini, briefly Stellan Skarsgård, the voice of James Spader, and Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm going to say it right now before you go any further. Are you attracted to the Vision?
Yes.
Me too. Okay, good. Continue.
Well, I'm also attracted to Paul Bettany, so...
Yeah. He's fine. Not like he's fine. Like, he's fine.
He's
Like,
fine.
he's handsome. Oh.
He's fine. Released on May 1st, 2015, with a budget of $444 million.
Jesus Christ.
It made $1.4 billion at the box office.
Wow.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating, a 76% approval rating.
That feels low.
Exuberant and eye-popping, Avengers Age of Ultron serves as an overstuffed but mostly satisfying sequel, reuniting its predecessor's unwieldy cast with a new addition and worthy foe.
Is he worthy? He's fine.
He's fine.
I just like that the Vision came out of it. That was my favorite part.
This movie was nominated for 0 Academy Awards.
That doesn't
However,
surprise me.
It was nominated for 6 MTV Movie Awards.
Oh, what? Best
And
Kiss?
5 Kids' Choice Awards. It didn't win any.
Really?
It lost every Kids' Choice Award. Because Star Wars The Force Awakens came out in the same year.
Oh, that's fair.
And all of the favorite actors, there were 3 of them going up against each other. How are you going to pick?
I couldn't.
Right?
I could never.
You couldn't. Yeah, so, do you remember the first time you saw this?
2 days ago. When I watched it with Gage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm the worst. I'm no fun. Here's the thing. I was not the kind of person who was super, super into superhero movies when I was growing up. I liked Spider-Man, and that was pretty much it. So if I went to see them, it was probably because one of my friends liked them. So
Yes.
99% of them I didn't see until I started dating Gage, and he had been wanting to watch all of the Marvel movies for a long time. So like since I suggested this, he's been enjoying that almost more than I have. So
Okay.
but I learned, not to get ahead of myself here, but I learned that Gage always goes, "Fine, I'll do it myself," all the time at home. And so I started saying it because he started saying it, but I didn't know what it was from. I knew it was Thanos. I just didn't know like what he said it in. So I learned this weekend that that's from this movie.
It's from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted
the
to share
mid-credit scene. The best
Cool.
part of the movie.
I'll do it myself.
The first time that I saw this was not in theaters. I didn't see it in theaters. I think this was like a couple years ago I watched it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't watch it before I saw Endgame or anything.
Okay.
I hadn't seen this. I hadn't seen a couple other ones, so I was like, I guess I'll catch up. I'm looking at the release calendar of what movies came out around this time and why I didn't see it in theaters. Furious 7 came out a month before. I saw that in theaters. And then the next one that I saw in theaters was Pitch Perfect 2, which came out 2 weeks after this.
As you should. I saw that in theaters too.
So I don't know what I was missing. It was the beginning of May. I was still in school.
Yeah.
But like, there were weekends. There were evenings. I was an avid film goer. I don't know what it was.
I don't know why I didn't see it in theaters either, Dan. So I'll meet you there.
Maybe I wasn't interested then. And maybe I had good taste as a child because watching it again, you said that you feel like a 76% is low?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. Minus the Hulk Black Widow storyline. That felt forced and uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah. Hulk and Black Widow have this weird love relationship, like, but also kind of like a motherly love relationship thing. And then they kiss on the mouth.
I hated it. It felt to me, I don't think any of the Avengers should have relationships with each other. They should all have significant others outside. It's like dating your coworker. Like, it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. I did not love it. It literally felt like I was watching my coworkers make out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk into the office and suddenly you're like, oh my. Not that I've ever had that happen, thankfully.
No.
But respectfully, I hate this.
Yeah, I did not enjoy that. There's so much needlessly pithy dialogue. I hated almost every line that every character said in this movie. Take something
Dan.
serious. Treat things like the problems that they are. Why is this supercomputer talking like an aggrieved DMV worker?
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Why?
To me, it just... The thing, I think I liked Ultron. He sounded scary and intimidating to me.
Oh, he sounded like a...
But he also kind of sounds sexy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, do I have a NBC show that's somehow currently still on the air for you?
What show?
The Blacklist, starring James Spader in its 10th season.
Good for him. We love an
Right?
employed man.
This is the last movie that James Spader's been in
Really?
as the voice of Ultron. He's not been in a film since this.
Maybe he said, that's enough.
I'm done with movies.
I'm good. That's it. I don't know, like, I wasn't too off-put by the dialogue. Some of it felt kind of silly, but Gage said it's like, you could tell that they were leading towards Civil War a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it just
with
felt kind of
the
forced.
disagreements between Tony Stark and Captain America.
Yeah, they did feel a little bit like they were disagreeing just to disagree, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like Joss Whedon. I think that's what
No.
I've come to discover.
Welcome aboard,
this.
Dan. I'm so proud of you.
I don't know enough about him as a person to have an opinion on him as a
I'm
person.
pretty sure he sexually harasses women.
Sure. Yes. But that's bad. But all I
Yeah?
can judge him on is the things that I know. And that is the movies of his that I've watched.
I hope I don't have him confused with somebody else, because, oh, yep. If you Google Joss Whedon sexual harassment, it pops up pretty fast. Okay, that made me feel a little bit better, because I definitely thought that I was thinking of the wrong person for a second. No, apparently he used to, like, on Buffy, he caused a lot of problems.
Great.
Yeah. and
Great.
he was He was apparently at one point a pinnacle of feminism.
I saw that.
Yeah. Well, there's now something called the undoing of Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon has not posted on Twitter since November 11th, 2020.
Probably because he got absolutely flamed by the Me Too movement. Not to, like, make a joke, but I'm going to make a joke.
Yeah, no, probably. So Endgame was the fourth highest grossing movie of 2015. Behind Star Wars The Force Awakens, Jurassic World, and Furious 7.
That makes sense. Those are all huge franchises. Not that this isn't, but, like, some of those have just been around. I mean, they've been around longer.
And I saw all three of those in theaters, so maybe I'm the deciding factor.
It's you.
It's me. Hi.
I'm the deciding factor. It's me.
It was also the fifth highest grossing film of all time by the time it was finished with its run.
Oh, okay. Period. Good
Right?
for them. Mm-hmm.
So that's a fun fact for you.
That is a fun fact. Thank you for sharing, Dan.
You're welcome. I'm full of them. I'm full of fun, fast facts. If you like fun facts, you can play my trivia show, Fast Facts Live, every, in quotes, Wednesday.
Sir.
In theory, it's every Wednesday. We
Life
plan
happens.
it to be every Wednesday, but then life happens.
Life finds a way. Jurassic Park.
Life finds a way.
Yep. That's a perfect reenactment.
Thank you. Anyway, the plot of Avengers Age of Ultron.
Hell yeah, let's dial in.
We're in the Eastern European country of Sokovia.
Is this supposed to be Russia?
I think it's supposed to be a former Soviet country.
Okay. I was like, is this Russia? To Gage. And he was like, I don't think so, but that's the way I was interpreting it.
We know, because we're in Sokovia, we don't have to care whether or not any civilians are hurt or die, because they're not Americans.
You're right. Forget them. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't forget them. Don't forget them.
Remember. We're in Sokovia, and the Avengers, who are made up of Tony Stark, Thor, Bruce Banner, Captain America, Natasha Romanoff, and Hawkeye.
Black Widow? You're not going to say her name?
I'm sorry.
You
Black
didn't say Hulk
Widow.
either. You
I
said
also
Bruce Banner.
I said Bruce Banner. I want human
Got me
Bruce
messed
Banner
up.
there
You
fighting.
got me messed up.
They're raiding a Hydra facility and quipping about left and right as they talk and ride their motorcycles. And inside this Hydra facility is Baron Wolfgang von Strucker. Fucker. I don't care.
Why is that low-key a porn name?
Wolfgang von Strucker.
Yeah. It's giving porn.
Penis. Von Dick.
Yep. That's my name.
That's my porn name.
That's my name too.
They're doing human experimentation using Loki's scepter, which has the Mind Stone in it. And when they get into the facility, they meet two of the test subjects, Pietro, Quicksilver, and Wanda, the Maximovs.
Okay.
She is the Scarlet Witch.
I want to admit something embarrassing to you. I get Wanda and Natasha confused constantly. I call them by
Wanda
the wrong
Maximoff
names.
and Natasha Romanoff? Why would you get them confused at all?
Why
Those
couldn't
names
they?
aren't similar.
Why couldn't they make their names even just like not both end in off?
Yeah, have one of them be on.
You're right.
Wanda Maximoff. Natasha Romanoff.
But I do love Scarlet Witch. She's like my favorite because she's so evil.
She's got a...
She's
Elizabeth Olsen has she has a tenuous grasp on the accent throughout this film.
I think the accent's implied in
Yeah.
the series because eventually she just doesn't have it. Like on WandaVision, she just didn't have an accent.
No, she assimilated. She finally became American, so we have to care about her.
She said, "Vision's not going to love me if I don't have an American accent."
Yeah, correct.
But I just feel like she's my favorite character because she's really messed up, but she really just needs therapy, you know? I think that's really could have solved a lot of her problems.
I think,
Extensive therapy.
man, if you like that, I think you should watch any drama movie.
They could all be solved by therapy.
They could
Is
all
that
be
what you're
solved by
saying?
therapy.
I feel like I think that a lot of the time when I watch movies, but this one, I love Scarlet Witch, but I'm like, girly pop. Have you considered just going to therapy, please? I'm begging you. I'm literally begging you to go to therapy.
Please.
Literally. You faced so many issues, ma'am. Just go. Just go.
So while Tony is going to grab the scepter, he gets mind controlled by Scarlet Witch.
Scary.
And sees like a vision of him failing and another one of those space squid things flying through New York, and everybody dies, and he doesn't save everyone. And that is an emotional point that we barely return to for the rest of the franchise.
Yeah, literally. Like, this whole scene specifically, for some reason, we choose to focus on Thor's vision. Goofy.
Right.
We
I
didn't
think
even
there was a definite lost thread of they forget about his PTSD.
Thor's?
No, Tony's.
I was like, Thor doesn't have PTSD. Yeah.
No, he has depression.
Mood. Me too. Just kidding. I don't. But
I do. You're mocking me. I'm being mocked.
I am mocking you. My whole purpose in life is to bully you, Dan.
That's the whole reason for this podcast.
Anywho.
They get the scepter. Everybody has visions of death and destruction and sadness, and Thor. This is later in the movie, but Thor sees Heimdall and they don't fuck.
Yeah, but he's like saying that Heimdall's saying he's dead or something, and I'm like, what is going on? What is literally going on?
Right.
I was a little confused, if I'm being honest with you.
So they find an AI within the scepter's mind stone. Of course they do, because they would be searching for AI in a gem. And they are going to use it to complete Stark's Ultron global defense program.
A horrible idea. Maybe it's not supposed. It doesn't seem like a horrible idea, but I, a viewer of the movie, think it's a horrible idea.
And then, you know, the Avengers just decide to have a little party at their house. And we get to see him hanging out and doing things and just hanging around and trying to lift up Thor's hammer.
Which I did have a little chuckle at the part. I know it's a hint to what's to come, but when Captain America
Lifts it up and it
grabs
shifts
the
a little
hammer and
bit.
it shifts a little, yeah, that part had me LOLing,
Yeah.
as the kids would say.
I think most people would say laughing.
No, I was LOLing.
Okay.
I was lolling.
You were LOLing out loud?
I was.
What?
I was LOLing out loud.
At the ATM machine. So after the party, Ultron, he wakes up and gets sentient. And then, like every AI, goes on the internet and becomes racist.
I mean, Is that not what we teach AI to do?
No, it
and the
is.
reason why we shouldn't allow AI to be the only method of communication
I will say,
and marketing.
of the AI that exists today, it's not AI. It's basically autocomplete. It is guessing.
Mm-hmm.
It is just more advanced autocomplete than the one in your keyboard on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not sentient. It does not have thought. It's dumb. So you don't have to be afraid of it yet if you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am, but mostly only when it's in dog form, and I know that's just a robot, but
Dog
still.
AI? Oh, are you just talking about
You
that
know
one
those, like-
Boston Dynamics thing where they show it like
No, I'm talking about
running across like an obstacle course and then like kicking it over and it rolling back up and stuff?
the robot dogs. You know what I'm talking about? Like in that episode of Black Mirror?
No, I've never seen Black Mirror.
Oh, you should look up robot dogs.
They
spook me. They're just like really creepy.
The only Black Mirror I need is a darkened storefront window that I walk past.
Oh Lord, Dan. Okay, well,
I've been told that it's a sign of narcissism if you continue to look at yourself in mirrors and like windows and stuff when you walk past.
I always do.
Wow, me too. I want to make sure that I'm looking good. And I never am.
Amen.
I never am.
That's fair. Me too. What if I look crusty? I usually do.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure.
Yeah. No, I do look crusty. But I want to make sure I'm not looking more crusty. Like I had bad windblown hair today. I fixed it, and then I had non-windblown hair. It was still bad, but it wasn't worse.
I get that.
Anyway, Ultron kills Jarvis. But only the
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
the computer program Jarvis. He gains a body, which is some version of a Iron Man suit that was not completed that has eyebrows.
It's giving Transformers.
Mm-hmm. He also has a very rectally shaped mouth.
Please, I hate you.
It looks like a mouth that
mean,
that
you're
would
not
just
wrong.
be spitting out hot dogs.
Ew, Dan. Ew. Literally, that's disgusting.
So he attacks the Avengers and steals the scepter. He then goes to Baron von Strucker's Sokovia base and upgrades his body and starts to build an army of robot drones.
That's when he starts to look like a transformer. I
Yes.
was like, it's giving Optimus Prime. It's giving, what's the evil one? I'm having
Megatron?
a brain fart. Megatron. That's what I thought. But I was gonna say Megadon, and I was like, that's not right.
No, Megalodon is a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Megadon, I think, is just a larger version of the last president.
Damn. A Republican's dream.
I was really big into the animated Transformers movie from the 80s when I was a kid.
Oh no, the one where Optimus Prime dies.
Yeah, I didn't really care about that. I knew he came back. It didn't really matter to me.
Yeah, well.
Me,
yeah.
even as a
Aw,
kid,
Dan.
characters' deaths didn't affect me. I kind of wanted them to die. It's more dramatic.
Are you good? I'm yawning. Excuse me.
It's more
past my
dramatic
bedtime.
that way. It adds
Oh my
stakes.
God.
I want there to be real stakes. I know the heroes are never going to lose, so I'm never on the edge of my seat or like worried. I want people to lose.
I am. I'm always worried.
Yeah, but that's just you in life.
Not be concerned. That is true.
I want people to die in
That
movies
is
so they can
correct.
feel as depressed as I am. Bring
Dan,
people down to
are
my
we
level.
exploring our feel? Hey Dan, remember what I said earlier about how Scarlet Witch's problems could be solved by one thing?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what that one thing was?
Eyebrows. I have an eyebrow
Therapy.
pencil.
Okay. You're on your way
Yeah.
to being cured. They say eyebrow pencils are the new Lexapro.
Anna, this is me with therapy. Imagine me without. Imagine the anguish I would be trying to impart with the world.
That's true. I'm glad that you're not imparting anguish on the world.
Imagine telling yourself, even an hour ago, that you were going to say that sentence.
I wouldn't have believed me. I haven't used the word anguish in eons, and here I am having used it twice in the past 10 minutes.
And you use eons, too. Who are
I
you?
use the word eons a lot. I will warn you. I use it a lot.
Well, anyway, Ultron makes a pact with the Maximovs who hold Tony responsible for his parents' death because their home was destroyed by Stark Industries bombs.
Listen, I kind of get it. I mean, like...
I do too.
You gotta put a face to the blame.
Yeah.
So
then they go to South Africa, Johannesburg, and meet with Ulysses Claw, an arms dealer.
Not Claw.
His name is Ulysses Claw.
Me.
An arms dealer played by Andy Serkis.
Yeah, I didn't know that's who that was. I said, why does this man look so familiar?
It's Gollum.
Yeah, that's what Gage said. I was like, I've seen him before. Where have I seen him? And Gage was like, Gollum. And I was like, who?
He's also in Black Panther.
Yes, that I knew. And he's in Andor.
Yes. And the Batman. He was Alfred.
The newest one?
The newest one.
I guess I forgot about that because there's only one Alfred in my heart. Michael Caine.
My cocaine.
My cocaine.
My cocaine. So they go to pick up vibranium, setting up Wakanda and Black Panther. It's mentioned for the first time. And when they're at the arms sale, Ultron gives him like $1 billion.
Where did Ultron get money?
Well, he's connected to the internet. He could just do wire fraud.
Oh, I guess you're right. I didn't think about that. I thought he just, got a job.
You thought he was working?
Worked at McDonald's on the side. Like, imagine you go to order your meal and you can pull up to the second window and it's Ultron.
That'll be $3.74. Cash or card?
Card, please. I don't carry cash.
Stick it in my mouth.
Yes, Daddy. I mean...
So while the arms deal is going on, the Avengers come in and attack Ultron and the Maximovs, and then Wanda does her vision thing, and Thor is like, everybody has their visions. Captain America sees Peggy and the 40s again.
I thought that was Peggy, but I wasn't sure. I said it was Peggy. But I don't think you tricked me.
Thor sees Heimdall and everyone.
He sees an orgy.
He does.
Be honest.
That's true.
That's definitely an orgy. Minus the sex.
The most sexless orgy you could think of.
It's implied. Like, the sex is a euphemism.
Meh.
Or the dancing is a euphemism.
Meh. There was this thing going on Twitter a little while ago about how people like don't like sex scenes in movies and how it makes them very uncomfortable, and they would just rather not there be any sex scenes in movies. And I'm like, you puritanical prudes.
Yes. What prude said that? I love a good sex scene in a movie.
Absolutely.
I'm like, let's get a little feisty. I'm out here reading. Listen.
You're reading
it's
smut.
2023. I do read smut frequently. Okay? So... who doesn't like a good sex scene?
I think the kind of people who are complaining about that are the kind of people who only ever watch movies with their parents sitting directly next to them.
Yeah, okay, I'm not going to watch a sex scene with my parents in the room.
No.
My pearls would be clutched immediately. I would be like, what are they, Mommy, Daddy, what are they doing?
No, absolutely not. But any other time, no. Show me some good.
Me relaxing on the couch at home? Show me a butt.
Yeah, come on.
I would like to see a butt.
Male butt, female butt, I don't care. Show me a butt.
Just show me a butt.
Give it a little jiggle. Turn around for me.
Ew, okay, it's too much.
They are fighting, and then Bruce turns into the Hulk and goes on a rampage and destroys a bunch of stuff. And Tony basically 9/11's an unbuilt building.
Yikes and a half.
He straight up collapses it with his anti-Hulk armor, and a worldwide backlash ensues over the destruction. This is what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So they are all afraid because of Wanda's visions, so they all go into hiding at a farmhouse.
And whose farmhouse is it, Dan?
It's Barton's. It's Clint's.
I love it. We love Linda Cardellini, okay?
It's a brief...
Gage also has a fat crush on her.
Yeah, a brief moment of Linda Cardellini.
Mm-hmm. We love her. She's an icon. I said that she is attainably gorgeous. Like,
I don't think she's attainably
gorgeous.
gorgeous. She's just gorgeous.
Oh, I mean, like, she's gorgeous, but I feel like that's a goal I could work to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I could get there.
Yeah, I think you could try.
Dan,
I'm not saying that
I
as
think I
a...
could get there.
I'm not saying that as
I
a
think I could...
insult towards you. I'm just saying that, you know, some summits cannot be reached.
I think I could get there. I'm on my way.
But even though you don't summit, you still put in the effort to climb as high as you could.
You're right, Dan. You're right. Wow, that was deep for an insult. So that was pretty deep for you. Call me ugly, but okay.
So on the farmhouse, everybody does stuff. Thor leaves
We're farming.
to go talk with Dr. Selvig about his apocalyptic hallucination.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Fury shows up behind a tractor
I screamed.
and tells
I was like jump scare, truly.
everyone to make a plan to stop Ultron. You'd think that they should have done that beforehand.
You glazed over something so important, Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Captain America and Tony Stark chop wood.
Yeah.
They chop wood
And
they're in tight t-shirts. And they disagree.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just waiting for one of them to take their shirt off.
No, Chris Evans splits that wood in half with his bare paws.
Yes, that's true.
It was very nice.
Show me a butt.
Gage actually rewound it because I stepped out of the room to put our plates in the sink. He's like, you missed it.
Yeah.
The horniest scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, that's the horniest scene in the movie. Come on.
I had to see it.
I understand implied sexuality, but at a point, give me plied sexuality. And not just Bruce and Natasha kissing awkwardly.
No, I hated that. I literally said this feels so forced.
Mm-hmm.
This feels illegal. I feel like I'm seeing something I shouldn't see and not in a fun way.
It's like
this feels wrong.
It felt like in a high school play when the closeted kid has to kiss their friend on stage.
Oh, God. When their lips are like stretching because they don't want to get any closer than they have to.
Yeah, they want as minimal contact as possible. That's what it felt like.
Nobody in the group should date each other except for Wanda and Vision.
No.
That's it. Nobody else.
It's either no one in the group should date each other, or have it be like an incestual college theater department where everybody dates everyone.
I don't know what's worse, honestly.
I don't either.
That's art mirroring reality
Or
for me personally.
or have it be like an improv team where no one touches.
I like that. I like the idea that they all actually are entirely celibate. None of them have ever had sex.
These are all priests. This is a very Catholic superhero
The only
squad.
people who've ever had sex in this movie should be Clint Barton, because he has a wife
And 2
outside of
kids.
this group. And Wanda and Vision, that's it.
Wow.
Because they're trauma bonded.
My question is then, in the first Iron Man movie, when the reporter wakes up in Tony Stark's bed, did they just say their prayers and go to sleep?
Yeah, I think they like fell asleep holding hands next to each other. Like it was an accident. They just like, you tripped and fell into somebody's bed and you couldn't get out because you were too comfortable.
Hate when that happens.
Oh, it happens to me every night. I actually don't live here. This is Gage's house, and I just fall into the bed every single night.
How do you keep getting in?
Jester trips me, and I fall.
I fall all the way across the house.
I do. That happened to me once. Okay, I'll have you know. I slid. Gage left a pair of shorts on the floor, and I slid all the way down the hallway. It was horrible.
I was once having a serious conversation with my mother, and I was leaning on the counter in their kitchen, and I was wearing socks and socks only. And at one point, I started slipping, like sliding on the wood of the kitchen. And I think I was falling for about a minute and a half while trying to have this serious conversation. Just sliding slowly.
That's scary,
and then
Dan.
unable to reestablish my stance because I was in socks on a hardwood floor.
I would have been crying. It would have been awful.
So they're in South Korea now, and Ultron uses Loki's scepter to enslave a scientist who is making a synthetic tissue technology to craft a new body for Ultron. Ultron uploads himself into the body, or is trying to, and Wanda can read his mind. He's gonna extinct all humans.
We are all gasping. We're all shook. We're all gagging, screaming, crying, throwing up.
Who knew
But
that was the plan?
We saw that little body in the casket, and we were like, oh, I recognize that face anywhere.
I'm having a vision.
And it's of a hot vision.
So then they turn against him because of course they do. Because why would you still side with the omnicidal maniac?
He literally wants to murder you, so...
Yeah, he's cute. He sings...
I mean, he is cute, but that's not the point.
He sings Pinocchio.
He does.
Once had strings. So they craft a plan, and Captain America and Natasha, and Hawkeye fight Ultron to try and get the body, but Black Widow is captured. I don't know why he doesn't just kill her.
What?
I don't know why Ultron doesn't just kill Black Widow. His plan is to kill all humans. Why not just
I think he wants
kill
to do
her?
it with style and flair, you know? Like, he's like, can't just kill this one just because she's here.
Yes, you can.
I don't know.
You absolutely
I don't
can.
know why he doesn't kill her. Maybe it's a plot hole, Dan.
You're going to kill
I guess
everyone
that's
else.
all there is to say.
Just kill her. Just rip everyone's head off.
I don't know what to say. I guess.
Plot holes. Plot holes everywhere.
I'm sorry, Dan. I don't know what to tell you.
So then the Avengers are fighting, and they secretly upload Jarvis into the body.
Love it. Screaming.
And then Thor comes back, helps activate the body, and gives the gem to Vision, the Mind Stone.
Wink. There it is.
And he lifts Thor's hammer. He's worthy. Of course he is.
Yeah.
OMG, he's valid. He's so valid.
So valid. He's valid in my heart. Number one.
So then everyone goes to Sokovia, where Ultron has used his vibranium to build a machine to lift the city into the sky for some reason.
That part made zero sense to me.
It says he's going to crash it
Gage-
into the ground to cause a global extinction.
I don't think that would work. I think that would literally just cause an earthquake.
Yeah, I think you need a way bigger asteroid to do that.
I would literally was watching this part and I was like, Gage, I'm so confused. And he's like, he told me why it was happening, and I still was like, this does not make sense to me. This is stupid.
It's a dumb
It
plan.
wasn't even that big of a place. Like, it was like as big as like part of a city.
Yeah, it was like 8
it
blocks.
wasn't even the whole city. It wasn't even the whole country. Foolish. I need to talk to Ultron. He's dumb. He's dumb as hell. Dumb as a box of rocks.
He's autocomplete.
Yeah, he couldn't autocomplete his own plan, that's for sure.
So Bruce Banner rescues Natasha, and then they kiss, and then he becomes the Hulk.
Hated it. The kiss felt so stupid and dumb.
Yeah. Also, at one point, Natasha and Clint are just like driving around. And it goes from them having a conversation about him redoing the kitchen to then when they stop the car, their mood changes on a dime.
I mean,
Like one of those was definitely reshoots.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely linked two scenes together
Yeah.
without telling anyone to pay attention to the end. They were like, okay, now try this, but we're actually just going to combine them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So more people show up with SHIELD agents to evacuate the civilians. Oh, yay. No. Have someone die. Show me someone die.
Let a civilian die. Let a civilian get crushed by the floating city.
Unfortunately, not a civilian, but Quicksilver dies. Well, not all that unfortunately. He's kind of boring. When he's shielding Hawkeye from gunfire. So, Wanda wants revenge. So she goes to destroy Ultron's body, which allows one of the drones to turn the machine on, and the city starts to plummet from the sky. But Tony and Thor overload the machine and shatter it into a million pieces. And then Hulk doesn't want to endanger Natasha by being with her. He leaves in the jet.
Why can't he just not endanger anyone?
Right?
Can't he therapy. Everybody needs therapy in this movie. Full stop. Everyone.
And Vision destroys the withering corpse of Ultron's body.
Me.
And
I'm the withering corpse.
And the Avengers perform white flight and move out of the city into the suburbs.
Stop. Not the white flight.
They have their new base in the suburbs. And then Thor goes back to Asgard. Stark leaves. Clint retires. And new Avengers are being prepared to be trained. Rhodey, Vision, Hawkeye, and Wanda.
Wanda. Rip Pietro. My boy didn't even last a whole movie.
Nah. Yeah, he's dead.
No,
and he's
no.
not even mentioned
Rip.
going forward. Like, he's
No.
barely brought up in WandaVision.
They're honestly like, fuck it. It's not even the same actor. It's King Evan Peters.
Yeah, it's a better version of Quicksilver.
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
no,
You know
Evan
I'm
Peters
right.
is so fine. He's my Quicksilver.
Nothing but respect for my Quicksilver.
Literally, I was just thinking that exact same phrase.
And then the credits roll, and then they stop, and Thanos goes, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Do it myself. And Gage screamed for 20 minutes, and then he laughed because I didn't know that was from this movie. He says it all the time. I don't know what to tell you. I just kind of assumed it was from one of the movies he's in.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna be honest. When I saw Infinity War, at first I was like, "Who is this guy? I don't get it."
Dan, not the who is this guy? He was mentioned in Guardians too.
Yeah, it was mentioned in a bunch of them, but I was like, I haven't really seen it. Huh?
Not Thanos.
Who's this guy?
Not you not knowing who Thanos
Who's this
is.
Joker?
I say that like I had any. I'm saying this like I had any idea who Thanos was. I'm sitting here like, you didn't know who Thanos was? Okay, you fucking loser. No, I didn't know either. I just, Oh, Thanos.
Anyway.
What are we going to do with you?
That is Age of Ultron. It happened.
It's not as good as Infinity War.
No, this is definitely the worst of the Avengers movies.
Yeah, I feel like when Infinity War came out, that was life altering. But this, nothing was altered,
No, in fact, this basically doesn't matter going forward.
Nah.
It's
fine.
fine. Like, actually, I don't think it's fine. I think it's worse than fine. I think the dialogue is actively bad at points.
Yeah, what did you call it again?
Pithy?
Gas station employee dialogue? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something sassy.
Something is like, be serious. Take things seriously. Be serious.
I'm sorry for
be
laughing.
fucking for real.
Yep. BFF.
Biffer. Biffer, everybody.
Biffer. I still think it should have had a higher liking rate though, because like people go fucking feral for these movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know.
People do. I'm not people.
That's fair. That's fair. I am the kind of person to leave a movie though and go, why wasn't this rated higher? I had a good time. So
I'm the kind of person to leave a movie and be like, huh. I'm mostly just thinking of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, the Nicolas Cage movie that came out recently, where I left it.
Wait, that's not the one where he's playing himself
It is.
and
Yeah.
with Pedro Pascal?
Yeah. I left that movie and I went,
I gotta see that one.
I thought that would be better.
Dang it, I wanted to see that because I'm in my Pedro Pascal era.
I'm sure you will love it.
Okay. I love Pedro, so happy return of Mandalorian, BTW. We watched it today.
Wow. I've never seen an episode. No, that's not true. I watched the
What
first
the
episode and I
fuck?
thought it was boring.
Dion! You didn't even see Baby Yoda in that episode.
You're right. I didn't. I've only seen him in the memes.
I love him.
Also, the action in this movie is there is no weight to anything that happens.
There's some cool scenes though.
Yeah.
Like there's some cool stuff that happens.
There are some cool visuals, but
Yeah.
there's nobody has weight. They're all like thrown around like rubber dolls and everything
It's
ends up
just-
fine. Except when they
It's just
9/11 a
not
city.
the best. Oh, well, it's just not the best of the Avengers movies. In my opinion.
No.
From what I've seen.
So I do have some trivia for you.
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me.
Chris Hemsworth was unhappy with Thor's role in the movie. He said it was boring.
The whole movie. I mean, Thor, like, they hadn't done Ragnarok yet, so he hadn't hit his peak quite yet. He was still kind of boring, Dark World Thor, didn't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the energy I got. I was like, this is not himbo Thor. This is, I have work to do Thor.
Disney was upset that the movie did not become the highest grossing film of all time when it was released.
Oh, boo-hoo, boo-fucking who.
Only
Life
reaching
goes on.
5.
Oh, life is so hard, huh?
Um,
And no sympathy.
Tom Hiddleston was supposed to come back as Loki during the nightmare sequence,
Yeah.
but test audiences thought it was confusing.
I was surprised he wasn't in this movie. Right? He wasn't,
He
right?
wasn't, no.
I was going to say, I don't think I saw him.
So in the comics, Magneto is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's father,
I think I knew that. Okay.
but because Disney did not own the rights to the film version of Magneto, they were not allowed to reference him at all.
Oh, who owns it?
It was
Sony?
Fox because he's an X-Men character, and
Well,
then Disney
well,
bought
well.
Fox. So now
Diddly-dee-dee.
monopolies are good, guys.
No. Diddly-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Why are you singing the Perry Mason theme song?
That's not the Perry Mason
No.
theme song. That's the X-Men
I know
theme
it's
song.
the X-Men theme song. Look them up. Play them back to back. They're very similar.
Oh, no. Okay, do you remember when Stranger Things had that playlist that's like, what would save you from the upside down? What songs would save you?
Yeah.
My number one song is the X-Men theme song.
No.
I love that song.
Oh my
Hits.
gosh.
From the 90s cartoon, like that song, if you play it, I'm going to start bopping. I'm going to start dancing.
Mine is Shadows of the Night by Pat Benatar.
Oh, okay, that's a good
And
song.
that's fitting
though.
with the show, too.
Yeah. Mine's off by a decade.
Yeah, a little bit. Scarlett Johansson was pregnant when they were filming.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, so she had 3 stunt doubles to do
Oh,
most
she
of
looked
her.
so skinty. I had no idea.
I don't know. Maybe she was holding a lampshade the entire time.
Maybe. Was this her first kid, or was she wasn't married to Colin Jost yet, right?
No.
No, this is her first kid then, yeah.
I don't know about her personal life.
I was Googling her the other day because I found out she had 2 kids and I was shook because I didn't know she'd been married before. That's the reason why I know all of
She
this.
had been married twice before.
Yeah.
She was married to Ryan Reynolds.
I learned a lot. Yeah, which is why I was so shook. I was like,
And
what the fuck? But it's not Ryan
Romain
Reynolds' kid.
Dariush.
Yeah, that's who she shares her other kid with.
Yeah. That's a weird way to describe it. That's like she's sharing a car.
That's how you say it. Like, what am I supposed to? That's who her bastard child's with.
That's who the father is. That's who she
So
co-parents
she shares her other child with.
That's so weird. That's. I had the doll for a little bit. Now you have it. That doesn't sound like
No,
you're
I
both
swear to
raising
God,
it.
that's like a normal way to say it. I swear to God,
I'm
that's
sure
normal.
it's just a weird thing.
Okay.
So James Spader did the motion capture for Ultron 2.
Good for him.
So he was wearing a contraption on top of his head that went 3 feet above it because that's how tall Ultron
God.
is.
Oh God, Ultron's massive.
Elizabeth Olsen said that she would get distracted because James Spader was performing in front of her and she would look him in the eyes. And then Aaron Taylor Johnson would yell, "Red balls, look at his balls," in order to get her to look up at the right spot.
That would have me dying if I'm being honest. I get it. I mean, like, I feel like I would want to be making eye contact with him too. That would be my natural inclination.
Mm-hmm.
But not the balls, please.
Andy Serkis was only brought in to be a motion capture consultant. And then someone found fan art of him as Claw, and Joss Whedon liked it that he cast him.
Andy Serkis is a wonderful actor, so...
People who were considered for the part of Wanda: Saoirse Ronan
She would have been good.
and Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan in
love that one.
2015.
That wasn't a great time for her. Was it?
No, it was not.
No, I think she wasn't in the right headspace to be taking on a big character like that. You know? Maybe now.
Yeah, now I think
She's in a
so.
better headspace now. Yeah.
An early draft had Captain Marvel as one of the new Avengers at the end of the movie, but they feared introducing her without explaining who she was would be too confusing, so they decided to wait and introduce her in her own movie.
That's fair. I would have been confused. As the average viewer, I would have been confused.
Joss Whedon wanted Spider-Man to appear at the end, but they did not have a deal to have Spider-Man in him yet until Civil
Back
War.
when Sony... Back when Sony still owned him fully, right?
Just the movie rights. Sony still does own the movie rights to him. They just have a deal with Marvel. Or with Disney.
All I know is that it's chaos.
Yes. Edgar Wright wrote an after credit scene. Didn't make the cut.
How sad that it got beat up by fine. I'll do it myself.
And that's all the trivia that I have. So, Anna, would this movie be better, worse, or the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Quicksilver?
Better. I would love to see it.
It'd be interesting. Could he do the accent?
That's why I want to see it. I don't know if he could.
Would he have to...
Also, Pietro has like 2 lines in the whole freaking movie.
That's true.
So, I literally said to Gage at one point, I was like, does Pietro talk? Like, if he doesn't, that's fine, but
Sister, no.
unclear. Literally, those are like his only lines.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see JTT trying out his accent.
Would he have to get married to a woman nearly twice his age to play the role, though?
Dear God. You know, Aaron Taylor Johnson is free these days.
Because he cheated on
He's
her?
not with her anymore. Yeah. He's free.
The only time that we're
She was a
cheering
groomer.
on adultery.
Truly. Well, she was a groomer from my understanding. Because they met when he was underage.
That's true. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. This is the only time we're cheering on an adulterous act.
Better, worse, or the same with Jimmy Stewart as Ultron. I'm trying to think of a line that Ultron says.
My brain is still just saying, fine, I'll do it myself.
Me too.
I know that's not it.
Which is not great for
Ultron.
Yeah. Let's
For
see.
anyone.
I have a list of quotes. Well, Stark asked for a savior and settled for a slave.
I think yes. I think he would have slayed the role, honestly.
I once had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on me.
Please, no more Pinocchio. Please, God. Not the Pinocchio.
On a scale of 1 to 5, dumb plans to destroy humanity, what do you give it?
A 3. It was fine. Like, it's not the best Avengers movie, but it wasn't a bad movie.
So you said a 76% approval rating was low.
Yeah, because I feel like
You're giving it a
fans
60.
should have been standing by it.
Well, it's like those are critics. That's a critics rating. That ignores fans who are most of the time are dumb.
Okay, well, then I guess it's suited as it should be. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of, like, I know it's not Gage's favorite of the Avengers movies, but he does like it.
I'm happy for him.
That's all I have to say. I mean, this is a Thanos household, you know? Don't talk to me unless you're purple. So.
I give it a 2 out of 5.
That's low.
2.5
That
is
sounds
average.
Like a D. Yeah, I guess. I always forget, and I always think 3 is middle, which is so stupid and shows that I'm not good at math. 3 is half of 5.
No.
It's not.
No.
My pea brain says it is, though.
Anyway, that's it for this movie. That's it for Age of Ultron. We only have one more movie left in Phase 2, and then we can move on to other things.
I had an idea. Gage told it to me the other day, and I can't remember what it is, but I'll get back to you
This
when I
is
remember
good
it.
podcasting. I had an idea. I don't remember what it is. No, I want to do like Oscar movies, like real.
Oh, we
real,
could do something.
real hard shit. I want to do all of Todd
Lord,
Fields
baby
films.
Jesus. I
Tar.
don't even know that
We just do
is.
Tar 3
No.
times.
No.
Hey, Tar is great.
But then
You haven't
I'm
even
gonna make
seen
you
it.
watch some. I know. I'm gonna make you watch Guillermo del Toro then, and then you'll be mad.
No, that's fine. Guillermo del Toro makes good movies. Nightmare Alley was
does.
really good.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah.
Period. You know I stan Guillermo del Toro. I have a Pop Funko of him.
Oh, I know. And you still say it. You still say it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I do. I'm looking at him right now. Hi, Guillermo.
If you like In Conclusion, you want to support us, we're on Facebook and Twitter at and In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast. I am on Twitter at Dan O'Keefe86 and on TikTok at Not Dan O'Keefe. Anna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at AnonymouSPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter at AutobotsRollOut, capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O in Roll, and the O in Out are zeros.
Who's stumbling?
Or you can, I am literally stumbling. My life is falling apart. Or you can find me, or not me, my dog.
You can find me, dog.
Jester. You can find me, dog, yes. Jester the Pup, 1017 on Instagram. She's cute. We got offered a brand deal today.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's legit or not. 99% of the time, they're
Probably not.
Wink. But I'm going to just keep manifesting, because if she could pay a single bill in this house, that would be great. So
we will be back next week with Ant-Man wrapping up Phase 2 of the MCU. In the meantime, y'all, stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.
bye. I was like, forgive me, God, I've kissed a boy.
A Creative Land podcast.